Hey guys, Deathmog91 here. So, I just found out some very not surprising info, but something I knew was going to happen. And that's GameStop offering classic gaming systems. Now, a few years ago, you were able to somewhat buy older stuff from GameStop's online website. And what I mean by older stuff, I'm talking like they had a few different Super Nintendo NES kind of things, like random controllers. They had Super Game Boy on there. It's like, okay, I figure whatever. They might have some from the stock. Then, as you guys know, they recently started accepting PS2s. Well, now it looks like they're going to go through and test out the markets and take in retro consoles and games. And it looks like it'll be happening at about 250 store locations in New York City and Birmingham. Sorry if I mispronounced that name. It's just a city I'm not used to saying or hearing about. I see two results from this happening. One, well, let's take this in the best case. This is best case scenario. They start taking in games. It's a success. It blows up through the market, and we have ourselves, easier games to find. So instead of having to try to find, I don't know, little Samson taking you years to find for some other people are just able to find it luckily. You'll be able to buy it from GameStop, and hopefully they won't go through and I don't even know what the game's going for right now. Last I saw it was like $500-$600. Yeah, like $600 to $800, depending on how lucky you get for the game. So hopefully they're gonna go through, and I would realistically hope that they destroy the market a little bit, where they get everything marked down at price that way they can start selling. But they don't. Then it's like, okay, we've knocked down the market enough that these rarer games that are costing you a crap ton of cash aren't going to go through, and we're now going to start selling them for like $1,000. I really hope that's not the case. But yeah, no. So I think they could actually crash the market a little bit and make it so that way almost everything gets cheaper. But at the same time, I could realistically see them going through and charging, I don't know, what's Super Mario World go for the Super Nintendo? Okay, it looks like it's about a $15 game. They could easily charge $25-$30 and be like, okay, we're going to start selling it. It's going to be double. But I don't think realistically GameStop's going to do that. Now, they've gone through already. A good example would be Xenoblade Sonic. What the hell's the game? I'm like 95% sure I'm fucking this up, but I don't care. Xenoblade Chronicles. Yep, Xenoblade Chronicles. Now, originally when that game came out, it got up there. It was $150 ish. Maybe $200 on a bad day. Then they re-released it, and they had it for like $90. Now you can go to GameStop and pick it up for $60. I kind of hope this is going to be the case, where yes, they may start things up high, but if it's not selling, they'll start dropping the price. Meaning that, I don't know, you could have games that are expensive or just hard to find. Like another good example, Dot Hack Quarantine, which I do own, which it's going for $125 to $150. Although, if GameStop was really selling it at that price, they still have it listed on the site for $45, which that would be an amazing price for anybody to find it for. But realistically, I'm hoping this kind of brings the market down where it's like, okay, yes, I want to collect retro games, but at the same time, I don't want it to get to the point where they're going to just bring the market up. Now, the worst case scenario I see is, these two examples are going to be that they both accepted it. Worst case, they get it, they go through, they start hoarding games, and they just start marking up the games even further than they're already being marked up. So, Super Mario Duck Hunt, which I think is like a $5 game, but I've seen it for, it's been going for, I've seen it for $10 to $15, which I'm sorry to say is a little ridiculous. It should never be that expensive, seeing as it is one of the most common games in the world to find. But, yeah, I mean, if they just go through and start raising everything and the market doesn't crash at all, then we're basically going to have to pay more for our shit, which I don't like. There is a third option, third possibility that could happen. This could just utterly fail and GameStop just decides to say, well, this didn't work out. We'll cut our losses, and you know what? It's okay. We tried something new. It didn't work. Oh well, we're out. Because they do still have that kind of money. But seeing as this is going to potentially be the last legitimate console generation, I could realistically see some of these guys going through. I could see them going through and really retrying, because I know for a fact that they have a ton of games in storage, but I don't know where they're all at. So who knows? I hope this kind of works out for the better, but I could be mistaken. This could end up really screwing up everything. I'm looking even if they just go back to N64, PS1, Xbox, and Dreamcast. If that's where they stop, that would be good and bad, but realistically, they're not going to do that. I could be completely wrong. I could see them really going through, making this end up being a better thing for the retro community. As far as I know, they ideally are going to go back to NES, Sega Master System, maybe the Atari 2600, but nothing past that, because there's only a few systems past that, and I don't really see them doing anything with. But I don't know. I want this to be a good thing for retro gaming, just because I feel like it has a lot of potential, but I just don't know. This could be really bad. I honestly want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. If you guys think this will be a good situation, comment down below or make a video but just do something. I want to know your guys' thoughts. I'm kind of hesitant to even. I'm hesitant, I just in general, because I think realistically this could work out really well for GameStop, which personally I try not to shop too much at GameStop, just because they usually overcharge on things, but at the same time, they have access to a lot of stuff that I normally can't find. So I'm okay with paying a bit more. And then, of course, there's those times where they're cheaper. So it's a hit or miss at GameStop. I really do hope this works out well for the retro community, that would let us have all the consoles and whatnot come out. Well, not even the consoles, just in general. Have some of this older stuff that we collect pop back up and not be a pain in the ass to get a hold of. Because there's stuff that if I had if I had the opportunity to pick up at GameStop, you know what? I kind of would rather pick some of the stuff up there because it'd be easier than trying to find them at the swap meet, find them on eBay. I just really hope that they go through and not be jerks about it and overcharge ridiculously. It's like, if you're smart, you undercut your competition, which would be basically eBay, and take a $100 game, charge $80 for it. I would pay that. Not necessarily the game, but generally speaking, if that was the case, where they went through and undercut everything, then yeah, I would be happy to go through and pay GameStop for the games. Let me make this perfectly clear. GameStop's not a bad company, but at the same time, there's practices I don't like about them. But yeah, so I don't know. This has been a little rant. I'm hoping this will work out, but I don't know. But yeah, so it looks like it's NES through the Dreamcast at least. So I'm guessing that will include the original Xbox and PS2, obviously, which they're taking in right now, and then of course GameCube, which if they offer the whole selection, so that means that they're not going to hit the Atari 2600. You don't have to worry about. I doubt they'll do TurboGrafx 16 just because it's such an obscure console as it is. I don't think that they have a market for it, but I don't think that they would realistically have a market for it at the same time. So, who knows? I am really hoping this works out for the GameStop, where it's going to help us out as collectors and whatnot. But until things are decided, nobody knows. Like I said, I want to know you guys' thoughts. Please comment down below. Just honestly tell me what you guys think for this, if you're a retro gamer or you're a collector, or you just want to know or how you think this is going to affect the gaming industry. Okay, guys. Peace.